also the daughter of a founder of the Vidhya Mandir. She is studying in Mount Carmel College in Bangalore. She is doing psychology. And now she has come over here for providing me a lecture related to communicative and behavioral skills. I warmly welcome her back to our school for lecturing. Yes, it's a very proud moment for our school for having here. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Hello all, I'm Latika. You can call me Latika. I studied here and I passed on to do about 3 to 4 interviews being selected for one of the Bangalore universities. And as a part of my course, I'm trained to give you the workshop on communicative and behavioral skills, which comes under social understanding skills. Okay? I would like to start by asking how many of you here actively participate in presentations, speech, elocution, extempore competitions. We can have this in interactive session, okay? So I'm sure many of you have participated in many of the competitions because in our school we provide enormous opportunities for you to take upon the skill and to practice what you want to, in your life. But after you move from school, do you think you will be given opportunities? You have to create or you have to grab opportunities when it is presented in front of your eyes. Okay? So for that, a very important part of that will be your communicative behavior. Okay? I'm not going to ask you what is communication about. We all know exchange of information and talking with one another will be called communication. Right? But what do you think makes a communication effective? You can answer anything. Anything will be enough. There's no right answer.
Speaking someone with eye contact.
And what makes communication effective? Okay, if you're talking with your friend, if you're talking with your teacher, why do they understand you? Because you speak in a language they understand, you speak with clarity. Probably when you are speaking on stage, they understand you because you are clear about what you're saying. So some of the things you need to make sure are clarity, understandability, and there is something very crucial in any language. Grammatical correctness, right? That is why we study grammar in English or Tamil. Let's take the two general professional languages, English and Tamil, right? So, while talking about communication and effective communication, we can talk two sides of it. Formal, informal communication and verbal, non-verbal communication. What do you want to look at first? Verbal, non-verbal or formal, informal? Formal, okay. So, I'm pretty sure all of you know how informal communication works, right? What is informal communication? Very good. Yeah. Any other person? Anything, you can answer anything. Your friends. Every day you come to school and you say good morning, how was your day? Did you eat breakfast? These all can come under informal communication. We will not be focusing on that much because we know how to communicate with our friends. We don't need any teaching for that. But formal communication. Where do we need formal communication? Yes, exactly. And can you think of any examples for formal communication? Right now when she is speaking with me, that is formal communication. When I am speaking to you, I cannot talk in a day-to-day language, I cannot talk in an informal manner. I am talking in a formal manner. When I am talking to our principal, to our sir, I have to keep a formal set of scenarios. I have to have a formal manner of speaking. You can see this in interviews, group discussions, debate, or seminars, presentations, when you go for competitions, when you have to talk with higher officials, when you talk with government officials, when you go to get a certificate, when you write an important exam and you have to talk to the examiner, Everything that does not concern with your friends, family, come under formal communication. And when you do formal communication right, you will go places and you will get many opportunities because of that. Just by observing how good you are at the communication. Okay? So, talking about interviews. You don't just go for an interview, right? You have to prepare, practice, and then give the interview. So there are 3 processes that occur when you prepare for an interview. Of course, in 2 to 3 years, you will prepare for interviews for colleges, for entrance exams, right? So, at that time, you have to remember, there is the process where you prepare before the interview. Before the interview, what you do during the interview, and what you do after the interview. Okay? Before the interview, you think of the possible questions, you think of what to wear, what not to wear, you think of how to answer their questions. First of all, whatever interview you are giving, you have to understand the subject and you have to prepare all the questions that you might receive. That is one part of it. But second part of it would be verbal communication. Right? So this is where non-verbal communication comes into picture. Non-verbal communication will come under behavioral skills. What do you think non-verbal communication does? What am I doing when I am talking to you now? The way you are all sitting right now will come under non-verbal communication. When you sit straight, formally, that is your first impression. Okay? How you sit, how is your posture while talking, how is your posture while walking, what kind of attire are you wearing. Okay? Sometimes, how your eye contact makes the other person feel. If you keep looking only to the board, they will think you are nervous. Right? So before an interview, you have to practice how you are looking at the interview. Right? You have to look them straight in the eye. However hard that can be, you have to practice it. There is a technique for this. If you cannot look them in the eye, it is said that it will help if you look them in the forehead, where you keep your breathing. Okay, if you cannot look them in the eye. So eye contact proves to be very essential when they need to know how confident you are, how understanding of the subject you are, how aware of what you are speaking. Okay, so that is when you have to focus on if you are lying or not. After you give your resume, your curriculum material, you have to understand that whatever you have written, you have to know by heart. You cannot go there and lie that you can do gymnastics, that you can do this and that. So if you are not lying, your eye contact and body language will be to the point. Right? So that is another thing. Okay. Talking about debate and group discussion. There is a very thin difference between debate and group discussion. What is a debate? When 2 people
Talk about the topics.
one topic but for and against. Right? The topic will be given, you have to talk for and you have to talk against. But in a group discussion, you can talk for, you can talk against, but you should not start a fight in the group discussion. In debate, you roast each other. You tell that the other person is wrong, but in group discussion, you cannot do that. Group discussion will also come as a part of your interview. When you are in you will be seated in this manner. Your interviewer must be giving you a topic. So, if for example, she is starting the group discussion, she will emerge out with leadership skills. She will be selected. Who are not talking, they will be considered at the last. So, in a group discussion, it is important for you to participate. Okay? If this is a group discussion, if I am examining you, she would come with leadership skills. Whoever is making funny remarks, they will come as the entertainer. Everyone has a part. Nobody left with no part. Okay? So everybody has a part. You all know memes, right? Every day you go through, you scroll through your phone, you could see memes. If you use that sense of humor in group discussion, that you can use in interviews and you can tell them that your sense of humor will come as a entertaining part of the group. It is also considered for any group or any IT companies, for any organization, the entertainer is a of the group discussion. You can also use your sense of humor. What other roles? Entertainer, leader, mutuator. When two people are fighting, there will be one person who mutuates between them. They will silence everyone. They will tell a point of solution. So they will be emerging out as mutuator. There is one other, critic. Someone who at the end of the group discussion will be telling what everybody did wrong, what this person said right, what this person said that was very to the point. They will tell all the critical points, all the assessment points, they will emerge out as a critic. Then there is the motivator. Be it the leader, be it the entertainer, at one point of the group discussion, because it will go on for hours, one point of the group discussion, everybody will be quiet because they will all be tired. At that point, one person might emerge and motivate the group and initiate topics. So, initiator, leader, entertainer, mutuator, all roles can be taken by many people. So, we can talk about verbal communication for conclusion. So, verbal communication will come under what the topics you previously said for effective communication. Modulation, clarity, grammatical correctness, your lip movement. You cannot talk in a language in an inappropriate lip manner. You have to pronounce the words correctly for clarity. Right? If I am talking very loudly, if there is no mic, how will I be heard here? So the loudness also comes under verbal communication, and it is also a crucial part of communication. Modulation. I cannot talk in a monotonous way like communication is an exchange of words and all this. By now you would all be asleep. So the modulation, the ability to keep the crowd engaged towards you, that is where modulation comes. And there is understanding. When you nod to whatever I am saying, when I am making eye contact with a girl and the girl is nodding to what I am saying, that is when I know that they are understanding. If there is no one nodding, I can easily understand that no one is understanding. I have to change something that I am doing. Right? You can ask any doubts or any feedback that you want to give, you can give it. Someone wants to come forward and talk about something. Did you think of something? Feedback, how I can improve or how it help you. Anything.
If you have any doubt, you can come forward. If you don't understand something, you can ask them.
I'm sure you don't have doubts, it's very basic. But you can also give feedback. Or if you want to talk about something, you can talk about it right now.
First of all, good morning to all. I learned many things from what she talked. She gave me some confidence to talk in front of someone. Before this, I have participated in the Sharana. There have been many group discussions, debates and PowerPoint presentations, and I could be the most important members of that. And my computer instructor, he gave me more confidence. Like that, she's the second person who gave me confidence to talk about something in front of someone. And usually I like to talk in English, but she gave some tips and some thoughts about talking English with confidence. For example, the lip movement, modulation, then eye contact with someone that makes them feel how we want to be in an interview, how to prepare for an interview before, and how to be in an interview, how to answer the questions and everything. Now she gave me some awesome thoughts, so much of thank you for her time.
See, she was very good. You don't even have to know in what language you're saying. You can also talk in Tamil. This is communication.
First of all, good morning to everyone. And I had participated in some competition who gave me opportunity, and I will feel low confident, way to see, because when I go to extempo like open mic, they will give the topic from generally. So I will just lose my confidence when I see one person directly see their eyes. I will lose my confidence because they will make fun of me sometimes when I see them. And I don't know where to see and talk, how to be confident, how to communicate, how to pronounce, who will give me the confidence. Then after she told me some things, how to communicate, how to pronounce, how to make eye contact, then now my confidence level is boosting a bit. Then I'm sure that when I go to other competitions, I will use these tips to be confident and to make me confident to make a perfect eye contact to just complete my competition. And now I will not lose my confidence. I'll use all the tips, how to communicate, how to pronounce and everything. And thank you for you to boosting my confidence, not only me, majority
Gave me this opportunity, and now I'm so glad that I'm speaking. And mostly sometimes in my mind I thought that I will talk in front of everyone. Sometimes I'm confident, but sometimes my confidence loses because I was very nervous and I think that I can't speak. But because of her tips, now I'm very confident, not overconfident, but confident that I can speak well next time. And her tips was amazing and very helpful. That eye contact and confidence, lip movement. So I'm so glad that you're giving this tip to everyone. So thank you so much.
How was the session? See, I studied in a school called as Medicine, and my PT teacher always used to scold me, beat me for not wearing shoes properly, for not taking me. Those days I don't know how important those things are. Because I think school is a place where teachers have to teach. They have to teach some lessons, they have to give some questions that we need to memorize and write. That is what school is all about. That's what I had in my mind. And my teachers didn't even much explain to me about how important is way of presenting your subjects. But being in a school like Parisamna, wearing shoes, tucking in, looking straight, having a straight posture, this all helped me when I was going for interviews abroad. And as Vidhya was telling, okay, how to have an eye contact, how to deliver a speech, how should we cultivate ourselves to be confident. Because it is not just your score that matters. After your plus 2, you will be going to some college, private or government. After your college, you have to look for a job. In those times, definitely you will be crossing something called as group discussion. Okay, nearly some 20 or 30 maybe coming for a job, and they will be seated together, and someone has to start a conversation. Someone who starts a conversation gets more credit because he starts a conversation. And the others have to come related to that. And as you said, someone can crack a joke at that point, so that they will also get some credit. So some can use a meme, some can motivate, some can criticize. So this is the importance of this communication. We have to grow this sort of communication right now. When I joined this school some 15 years back, I was one among a teacher who never come forward and speak. His father, my mentor, he used to all the teachers to come on the stage, give a speech. And now it is my turn to do it. And similarly, Mrs. Kasturi, being the NSS coordinator, wherever she goes, she makes the teachers to speak over the public gathering. It is not a school assembly. When you go somewhere else, it will be public over there. And she wants us to speak in front of the public. And these things molded me. Now I want you to do that. I want to mold you I want to motivate you, I want to make you all confident, and in turn we have to do it to your juniors. We have to do it to your juniors. Once she will be having some 2-3 sessions with us. Maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow, Monday we will have another session. And after that, you girls have to move to some other class and we have to motivate your juniors for that. Okay, so big thanks to Radhika for coming us and initiating this. I think we will be more confident, more stronger, and I want all of them to come forward and speak. It is not necessary. This is not a spoken English class only. Don't consider me as your teacher, don't consider her as your teacher, we are all just friends over here. Okay, it's not just English communication alone that matters. Coming forward and speaking in front of others matters. Okay, so that everybody should do right from the next session onwards. Every single student come forward, speak something. Okay, whatever your feedback is, positive or negative, give your feedback. Okay, you will be having a point. Register your point over it. Okay, for once again, big thanks to Radhika for coming, and we will have the session. Thanks for joining.